Hello everyone, my name is Diego Hernandez and today I will be presenting the article presentation. All right. So the article title was Addressing Test Anxiety. It was by Spencer J. Salend, and this article was published in December of 2011. And it is presented by me, Diego Hernandez. To the left here, you can see an animated picture of, or a drawn picture of a kid struggling and getting symptoms of anxiety. So as you can see, hard to think clearly, sweating, rapid breathing, rapid heart rate, even a tummy ache, and you can see them trembling. These may seem like exaggerated symptoms, but this can happen to all students. So helping students overcome test anxiety. Just before we discuss that, here are some questions that students always think when they have test anxiety, such as, I just studied this, or I think, no, wait, or I don't remember. And just these little things can cause anxiety. So how can we as teachers help the students with anxiety? First, we have to identify students with the test anxiety. The first step to helping students with anxiety is identifying which students struggle with anxiety. Many triggers can cause uh, anxiety, such as family problems, not enough studying, and overthinking. And these triggers can cause extreme test anxiety, which can lead to physical and behavioral problems with students. So we as teachers need to teach study skills. Inadequate and inefficient studying can contribute to and intensify the test anxiety that students face. Therefore, in order to help the students study better, we should provide students with study guides, ask them to work in groups, because some students like to work in groups to study, use educational games such as Kahoot, provide students with a list of items that may be on the test. Doesn't mean give them the answers, but give them an overview of what can be on the test. Here are some potential triggers of test anxiety. First, poor study and test taking skills. A student who didn't study enough or struggles with tests immediately, that can immediately trigger anxiety. Peer comparisons and pressures, including achievement levels of classmates. Maybe students always compare themselves with others, especially their higher achieving classmates, and this can cause a lot of anxiety, making them feel like they should do better and things like that. A lack of motivation and procrastination. Many students struggle with procrastination, which leads to less studying. This leads to a lack of motivation as well. And that just show maybe they don't want to take the test, and that can cause a lot of anxiety as well. And lastly, last but not least, teacher and school related pressure concerning the use of high stakes testing to assess schools and teaching effectiveness. So many teachers like to put the pressure on students to take these tests and want them to get perfect scores. And this can cause a lot of anxiety to the students. So we as teachers have to make sure that we're not putting this overwhelming pressure on these students when they're taking tests. Here are some possible symptoms associated with testing anxiety. Physical symptoms such as sweaty palms, tics, dizziness, lightheadedness, difficulty eating, sleeping, and even using the toilet before the tests. These are major physical symptoms that can happen to anyone struggling with test anxiety. Affective symptoms are such as making negative self-statements, making excuses for poor test taking, expressing avoidance and fear of test situations are a huge symptom of testing anxiety. As you can see here, this is just an exaggerated picture, but the kid has pointed arrows at him. He's thinking of himself as stupid, bad, or lazy and dumb. Kids should never think of themselves as that, and we as teachers need to let them know as well and help them to steer away from those thoughts. And lastly, behavioral symptoms, which are difficulties with concentration, attention, and memory that interferes with organizing thoughts and answers, retrieving words, facts, and concepts. This is also a huge symptom of testing anxiety. And here on the left is just a picture of two kids remembering that they have tests, they have to do homework, and just causes lots of anxiety. And yeah, there's my presentation. Thank you guys for watching.